Justin Baldoni. He has fought back yet again. He filed a lawsuit against the New York Times, which he had Brian Friedman on to discuss, saying it had done a defamatory report on Blake Lively's claims that she was allegedly harassed by this guy when they shot the movie It Ends With Us, a film about domestic violence. In that claim, they said the Times distorted the truth. They did not report text messages which were full and complete, which showed a very different meaning than the snippets that Blake Lively put in her complaint.
Well, today, her team, and respect to them for the speed at which her marketing team moves, dropped an entire article in the press announcing that her and Blake are taking a break. They're no longer friends because, shocking, Taylor Swift feels used. She always feels used. And she wants nothing to do with the Justin Baldoni situation. Is she being used, or are people starting to jump into lifeboats because Ryan and Blake's Titanic, you know, the ship that not even God could sink, is sinking? It's going down because God is God, okay?
And that what in fact happened was Justin didn't harass Blake. Blake was interested in wresting control of this movie away from Justin, who was the director and the producer. She was just an actress in it, and used threats and coercion and bullying to do it. And to the point where this guy was in the basement at his own movie's premiere. Now, Brian Friedman has filed on behalf of Justin a lawsuit directly against Blake, Ryan Reynolds, and Leslie Sloan, their PR hack.
I told them that I wasn't in the best place. I told them that I was exhausted, that I haven't given myself time to recover or time to heal. I had an intense year, a lot of material success, and a lot of emotional stress. It's very hard on me and my family.
And they're alleging not only did our PR team not hurt Blake or generate a campaign against Blake or do anything to hurt Blake in last August when she came under negative press. That was organic because of her own bad behavior. But you guys were the ones out there generating negative press against Justin. You bullies were the ones who were trying to ruin Justin so you could have your way on all the scenes and all the wardrobe and all the control, and you could feel like the producer and the director when you weren't.
But clearly, either she or someone on her team saw our episode yesterday, because we have just been on the scent like a hound. And a picture was starting to form that Taylor Swift may have been involved somewhat in the background in what happened to Justin Baldoni. I mean, she was named in the lawsuit for a reason. And like I said on yesterday's show, it was her particular style, these Easter eggs. She was hanging out with them at that time. The New York Times article, a lot of what happened just seemed to have a flavor of tang.
Introduction. Hollywood thrives on drama, but rarely does it serve up a three-way power struggle as juicy as this one. 1 minute, Blake Lively was the reigning queen of rom-coms and Met Gala glamour. The next, she found herself on Megyn Kelly's public chopping block with Justin Baldoni's name repeatedly dragged through the dirt. Then there's Blake's husband, Ryan Reynolds. Some say he's the biggest wild card of all. If you thought these people were untouchable, think again. This feud is setting the internet ablaze, and Megyn Kelly's unfiltered commentary might just expose hidden layers that no one saw coming. Stick around, because by the end, you might question everything you thought you knew about Hollywood's golden couple. Section 1. Megyn Kelly's no-holds-barred critique. For years, Blake Lively had a reputation as America's sweetheart. Between her seemingly perfect marriage to Ryan Reynolds and her polished appearances at every major fashion event, she was unstoppable. But Megyn Kelly slammed on the brakes with some fierce accusations. Early on, Megyn likened Blake to Amber Heard 2.0, implying there's a calculated manipulation at play, just like we saw in the infamous Johnny Depp saga. Megyn didn't stop at comparing Blake to Amber. She went so far as to label her a serial fraudster, citing alleged ways Blake maneuvered herself into more creative control than she'd originally been contracted for. In Megyn's eyes, Blake's behind-the-scenes power moves crossed the line from confidence into something far more deceitful. It's a blistering critique that shattered the wholesome image many fans had of Blake, and if you think that was the harshest blow, buckle up, because this so-called serial fraudster label is just the tip of the iceberg. Section 2, The Nothing Burger footage. Right after Megyn's verbal takedown, leaked on-set clips emerged. According to Blake's official complaints, these tapes would prove Justin Baldoni had created a hostile, unfair environment. Fans braced themselves for shouting matches, behind-the-scenes bullying, or at least some tension in the air. Instead, what they saw was surprisingly mundane. Chit-chat, friendly gestures, even a bit of playful banter. In her show, Megyn dissected these clips, frame by frame, pointing out that there was no sign of intimidation, just coworkers appearing to get along. To her, this was proof that Blake's story about mistreatment was a nothing burger, a big fuss over moments that didn't look problematic at all. If anything, viewers started to question Blake's motives. Was she exaggerating for legal leverage? Was there a bigger plan at play? This is where it gets tricky. Hollywood sets can be chaotic, and unspoken issues don't always show up clearly on camera. But in the court of public opinion, the footage clashed mightily with Blake's statements. Either she's overblowing minor incidents, or the truth lies in the sort of nuanced gray area that never makes it onto TMZ. One thing's certain, these contradictory narratives are turning up the heat. Section 3. Fallout and alleged brand damage. For Blake, the stakes aren't just about personal reputation. She claims her entire brand is suffering catastrophic losses, something like a 78% drop in revenue. That's not a simple slip. That's a full-on financial earthquake. Understandably, she blames the negative press, presumably fueled by Justin's defense and the swirl of rumors around her conduct. But Megyn Kelly isn't convinced it's that straightforward. After all, brands don't usually collapse overnight from a single scandal. Often, there are cracks in the foundation, maybe poor management decisions, market shifts, or consumer fatigue. Recall how household names have lost credibility in the past. Once a big story hits, it's easy to blame one fiasco for every financial woe. Yet the truth can be more complex than a singular person or event. Fans are torn. Some say they empathize with Blake because public perception can shift in a heartbeat, especially for women in Hollywood. Others point out that if your business freefalls in a matter of months, there might be more going on than a spat with your director. Either way, the legal strife is fueling an even bigger circus, where every text message and behind-the-scenes rumor is now a potential puzzle piece. And that puzzle just keeps getting larger. Section 4. Legal crossfire and subpoenas. When personal attacks don't cut it, Hollywood stars have a favorite weapon: lawsuits. Blake and Ryan apparently decided it was time to subpoena Justin Baldoni's phone records, hoping to unearth bombshell texts that would confirm he orchestrated some grand smear campaign. Justin's legal team quickly dismissed the move as a stunt, accusing Blake and Ryan of manufacturing drama for public sympathy. If you've watched enough celebrity legal battles, you know subpoenas can open a Pandora's box. Sure, Blake might find those incriminating messages she's desperate for, or she could end up sifting through nothing but polite dinner invites and family group chats. Subpoenas often expose everyone to more scrutiny. Sometimes it backfires on the very people who issued them if contradictory or embarrassing personal data emerges. Still, the threat alone can be intimidating. For someone like Justin, who built his brand on authenticity and moral leadership, having his personal communications raked over by lawyers might feel invasive or humiliating. But we all know how Hollywood's drama machine thrives on the next big reveal, so the legal teams will keep spinning until something or nothing surfaces. And if you think that's already complicated, wait until you hear about Ryan Reynolds' alleged backstage power moves. Section 5. Rumors. Ryan Reynolds and Candace Owens' real villain theory. Enter Candace Owens, another firebrand who never shies away from a hot take. She recently claimed she got intel from a source who worked on the set of the film in question. According to her, Ryan Reynolds had a massive blow-up argument with Blake right inside her trailer. The confrontation was so intense that Ryan supposedly called their shared talent agency, WME, demanding they drop Justin Baldoni. And here's the kicker. Rumor has it the agency actually did it. If this is true, it implies Ryan has enough clout, and maybe temper, to bury someone's career with a single phone call. Owens even suggested Ryan's past relationships with younger women, Scarlett Johansson than Blake, indicate a pattern of insecurity. It's a bold claim, but it adds a whole new layer to this saga. Maybe Blake's feud with Justin isn't just about creative differences or alleged harassment. Maybe Ryan stepped in, either to protect or control the situation, and escalated everything tenfold. Of course, these allegations remain unverified. Gossip is the lifeblood of Hollywood, but that doesn't make it automatically true. Still, if Ryan did push a major agency to cut ties with Justin, it raises uncomfortable questions about how deep his influence runs. Publicly, Ryan plays the wisecracking, down-to-earth movie star. Behind closed doors, if Candace Owens' source is correct, he may be orchestrating far more than we realize. Section 6. Is Justin Baldoni the actual victim or a hidden antagonist? While Candace Owens points the finger at Ryan Reynolds, Megyn Kelly has painted Justin Baldoni in a sympathetic light. She sees him as a man trying to maintain a respectful, less toxic stance in an industry that often rewards aggression. According to Megyn, Justin might have tried so hard to appease Blake that he lost control of his own project. Then, when he finally pushed back, she slammed him with accusations. Talk about a Hollywood heartbreak. Still, rumors swirl that Justin's good guy facade could be just that, a facade. Some skeptics wonder if he's cleverly managing his public image while quietly fueling the drama behind the scenes. The truth is messy. Hollywood is a place where alliances shift overnight, and personal agendas often lurk behind carefully curated images. Justin's fans find it absurd to label him a villain. He's spent years promoting kindness, emotional vulnerability, and healthy masculinity. Meanwhile, critics argue that even the friendliest exterior can hide manipulative tactics. Either way, if there's one certainty, it's that everyone's losing face in this fiasco. Blake's brand is in trouble, Ryan's name is getting dragged into the fray, and Justin's saintly persona might not come out untarnished. The real question, does anyone walk away with their reputation intact? Conclusion. From Megyn Kelly's blistering takedowns to Candace Owens' startling claims about Ryan Reynolds, it's clear this saga is about way more than just a disgruntled actress and a frustrated director. We've seen accusations of fraud, brand sabotage, secret phone calls to agencies, and a tangled web of rumors that would make any tabloid editor drool. Blake Lively's once spotless image is under siege. Justin Baldoni's good guy armor is getting tested. And Ryan Reynolds' comedic charm might not be enough to shield him if the allegations stick. What can we learn from all of this? Maybe that Hollywood's glossy exterior has always concealed power plays, bruised egos, and fierce rivalries. Or perhaps that the court of public opinion can turn on celebrities in an instant when rumors start flying. Ultimately, none of us really knows the whole story. Each leaked text, each insider tip, each interview snippet is just another puzzle piece. So what do you think? Are we watching a carefully orchestrated takedown of Justin Baldoni by a star couple who hate losing control? Is Blake Lively being unfairly attacked for speaking up? Or is Ryan Reynolds the real puppet master, quietly making career-ending phone calls in the background? Let me know in the comments, because the only thing we can count on in Hollywood is that there's always another twist right around the corner. And if you're craving more untamed celebrity showdowns, make sure to subscribe. You won't want to miss the next chapter in this saga, or the next scandal to rock Tinseltown.